says Goat's Head Soup just turned 50. Yeah, that's a long time. I agree. No, I don't know what you were doing 50 years ago, but I'm sure you've already told me about 18 times. Okay. That's great. I'm glad. Is that so? Okay. Well, I have to get going. I in the middle of a video. Yes, I tried the shirt on that you got me. It fit great, just like I told you it would. No, I didn't scratch off the lottery scratcher yet. No, I didn't. I'll let you know as soon as I do. Okay? Don't worry. Yes, I'm sure I'll make ginormous bucks off of it. Yes, of course. All right. No, I love you too. Yes, I did. I already did. Okay. No, I love you too. Goodbye. Do they all do that, or is it just mine? Anyway. So yeah. You heard it. Everybody and their grandma knows that the Rolling Stones Goat Head Soup just turned 50. And yes, it is one hell of a long time. That's over twice of my lifetimes so far. Anyway, I have the album right here. We're here to, this is a little video to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Goat's Head Soup. August 31st, 1973 is when this thing was released. This is the Rolling Stones' 11th album in the UK, but it's their 13th album here in the States, which is interesting. I think the Beatles, it was vice versa. I think they released more albums in the UK than in America. I could be wrong. Besides the point, of course, I always have to ramble a little bit in each video that I do. I don't think I've ever actually listened to this album, or I could be wrong. I don't think I've ever heard any songs from it either. I know Angie was a big hit. That was #1 in the UK and here, and I'm sure in several other markets. I know this went to #1 on the Billboard 200 here in America, and then it also went to #1 on the UK album chart. And once again, it went to #1 in many other countries as well. I don't know which ones. So the Rolling Stones recorded this mainly in Jamaica, as well as the United States, and a little bit in the UK. But they were banned from, I think, a few countries, each of them pretty much. So they had to find a country that all 5 of them could be there at the same time. This album did not fare well as far as critical acclaim goes. Critics gave it kind of mediocre reviews. It was very mixed. Audiences too were very unsure about this album. Not unsure, but they were just like, could be better. I can't get my own opinion because I'm guilty. I have not listened to the album at all. Not even on like Apple Music or Spotify or anything like that. I've just never taken the time. Very interesting artwork by David Bailey, by the way. I think he did the artwork for a few Rolling Stones albums. This album was actually considered to be like the start of the decline of the Rolling Stones, because before this they had a string of great albums like Between the Buttons and Beggars Banquet, and let's see, Let It Bleed. I don't think Black and Blue came out yet, but it might have. And that's interesting because I don't know how well it sold back then and how quickly the sales were coming in for it, but I know now, I'm pretty sure it's outsold the majority of those albums, at least here in the United States. I don't know about worldwide, and I don't know about the UK, but I know in the United States this is a triple platinum selling album. That's 3 million here, and I'm pretty sure a lot of the other albums went platinum or double platinum. That said, I am aware that more sales don't always mean better quality. So the last thing I want to talk about is the elephant in the room, or maybe the goat. I typically don't keep goats in my room, so I suppose that would also be something that's really obvious. If you were to walk in there and sit down, you'd see the goat and be like, that's not normal, and then you'd probably want to talk about it, right? So anyway, Goat's Head Soup. Not the album, just the name. Why? So they were recording this album in Jamaica, and I don't know if they still do this there or not. I'm thinking they probably do. Apparently, goat's head soup is a very commonly served delicacy there. So they probably thought that was pretty funny and quirky, and they are pretty quirky at times, you know. They're like the Cars. They're pretty quirky. And the Cars aren't even British, so there's that. But anyway, I don't know what I mean by that. But so yeah, I guess they thought that was real album title worthy. Goat's Head Soup. Why the hell not? And this is Mick Jagger and like a Veal or Vale. I don't know how you say that. And the entire band is featured like this. Apparently he wasn't too happy about doing this. And just so you know, this kind of surprises me, but it could be slightly off. This is actually fairly close to life size, which I feel like that's really small. That's a really small head for Mick Jagger. But to be honest, Mick Jagger is probably a pretty small guy, especially now because he's ancient. Still having kids though, so hey, there's that. It still works. Oh, I could talk about that, the singles. There's Angie, which went to #1 in the United States and UK, which I talked about earlier. There's also, I don't know what it's called. It's like do whatever. And then parentheses, Heartbreaker. And that went to #15 on the Billboard Hot 100, and I don't know where it went on the UK or anywhere else in the world. I know 15 here, though, where I live. And those are the two singles. I know the B-side for Angie is Silver Train, I think. I forget what the B-side for the other one is. Doesn't really matter, I guess. Great album. Mine's not in the best condition, but as you know now, it is 50 years old. This isn't remastered or anything. It is the real deal. So. And it doesn't even have an inner sleeve, which is kind of bad. I should probably fix that. Okay, so the second single is called Do, 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 Do. So 5 do's. Do, 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 do. Heartbreaker. Also, one last thing to mention. This was the last Rolling Stones album to be produced by Jimmy Miller. He started with, I think, Beggar's Banquet in 1968. Whatever the album they released in 1968 was. I think it was Beggar's Banquet, but I could be wrong. So, yeah. And this was the last one, and apparently he was a very key ingredient, so to speak, to the way that the Rolling Stones sounded. I know that's probably really kind of obvious, especially for those of you that are more musically inclined, playing-wise. I'm musically inclined knowledge-wise. I know shit. I don't play shit. Well, sometimes I do like to lay on the floor and pretend I'm a shit. But you know what I mean. I'm gonna go ahead and end this. I don't have anything else to say. This is a great album, guys, I assume. This is terrible. Maybe I shouldn't have even made this because I haven't listened to the damn thing. Maybe I should start doing that. That should be a thing that I need to do before I make these videos. But there's a lot of albums, important albums, that are turning 50 and 45 and 40 and 30 and 35. In fact, I think Some Girls is about to turn 45 in a minute. I'll have to check. And if that's the case, then that means Who Are You by The Who is about to turn 45. Interesting. I might be making videos on those. I don't know. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you. Hello? Yes, Grandma. Yes, I just got done. I was just finishing up. You got me right in time. No, I still haven't tried on No, I didn't try on the pants, no. I'm sure they'll fit, Grandma. I told you my size, didn't I? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you told me that already too. When did you tell me? Like yesterday and the day before that and like every day before that too? Like I think, I don't know. No, I still haven't scratched off